All right. Hello. Get my light on here. Okay. We are doing Q&A today, and I just had one question in here um from Katie. So, can the increase in protein cause headaches and fatigue? So, what I'll stop with there is that the general increase in protein with what you're consuming day in and day out, right? Not an extreme amount that your body can't handle. No. The just general protein. No, we're gonna start with that. And then she says, I started with Clean Simple Eats protein powder for her smoothies and just started one up whey protein. You've had massive headaches daily, usually starting about 2 hours after fatigue, not feeling well. And then one up seems to affect you more. So this can actually be a couple of different things from the protein powders. So both of these are um, dairy derivative, so it could be a dairy issue. I would ask you, do you notice this when you have other dairy products? If no, then it can be other things that are within the protein powder. So many times there are, like, let's just pull up Clean Simple Eats and One Up. Because many times there's things like digestive enzymes in there, and that can cause some discomfort. Let's see. Okay. And I'm assuming that you just have the whey protein. I think that's what you said. So supplement facts. Let's see. There is, so the other part is digestive enzymes that can cause it, and then sucralose is another one. So if you react to artificial sweeteners, which sucralose is a more aggressive sweetener, I would say, that could cause it as well. So we want to narrow it down to um, likely a dairy or lactose thing. And then I'm going to look at your Clean Simple Eats because I think it's stevia in there, which that one is a rather gentle artificial sweetener, which I usually say stevia is fine. But Clean Simple Eats does have digestive enzymes in there, so that can cause some GI upset. And then the other thing is that the Clean Simple Eats also is not just a whey protein. So whey is just protein, dairy protein. So it's just they've extracted the protein from that dairy. It still has lactose in it. It still has casein in it. So you can react to both of those. But also, Clean Simple Eats has dried milk in there. So that has a lot more dairy derivatives than just the protein taken out. The One Up has sucralose. So that could be what's causing it in addition to the lactose. So that being said, it's one of those two issues. I tend to see people will tolerate an ISO whey better than whey. So the difference between ISO whey and whey is that ISO whey is just the protein and it doesn't contain the casein. It does contain lactose, it doesn't contain casein. Casein is usually a little bit more causes more issues for people with sensitive stomachs. So ISO whey can be more well tolerated. Personally, I can tolerate ISO whey, but regular whey is not so good for my belly. Clean Simple Eats, I can have like one packet and then I'm like a couple packets a week maybe, or a couple servings a week maybe. More than that, my tummy just gets upset. So I tend to think also it's the amount of protein powder that you could be having in a day as well. But if you're noticing it consistently after that morning serving, then it's pretty likely that that's the culprit. You could try an ISO whey. The other one that I like is Be Well with Kelly. This is a beef isolate. It is wonderful for any sort of sensitivities. It does not cause sensitivities at all. It's just the protein from beef. It doesn't taste like beef, although you wouldn't have it by itself because it doesn't mix very well. So whey mixes really well. That's why it's, so popular. But beef isolate doesn't mix really well. But if you're having it with your full smoothie, so like your veggies and your fruit, your seeds, your peanut butter, that kind of stuff, then it mixes really well in there. And it's not so much of an issue, but you wouldn't be able to put the beef isolate in a shaker and shake it and drink it. I mean, you can, but it's funky. I personally like the vanilla of the Be Well with Kelly. I usually get mine on Amazon when I have it. So that's an option. Usually very minimal side effects. I've never seen side effects up from it actually. But doesn't mix well. But if you're just having it in smoothies, it should be fine. Another option would be vegan. So there's lots of different vegan ones out there. You want to look for pea protein and pumpkin protein, ideally. I tend to find that if there's brown rice protein in there, you tend to have more stomach issues. So I typically encourage you to look for pea protein and pumpkin protein. They need to have both of those in there. Because if you remember, proteins have to have a complete amino acid profile, and pea doesn't have a complete amino acid profile, and pumpkin doesn't, but together they do. So you want to have both of them in there. And typically that's what you'll find. I'm trying to think, vegan ones. Let me think. I tend to not, recommend vegan ones very often either, because I don't think that they create less stomach issues, because the what am I trying to say? The phthalates from, now this is getting really complex, right? The phthalates from the seeds or the pea or whatever the vegetable that they're getting the protein in can cause stomach issues, because it's so much of it in one little scoop, right? So if you think about, if you're eating peas, you're not eating like 3 cups of peas at one time to get the amount of protein that you're trying to eat. But in order to get the amount of protein from those peas, think about how many peas you actually have to have. So they're condensing that into one scoop. You're still getting the kind of like the offsets of the vegetable in that amount. You're getting the protein, but you're also getting kind of some of the negative side effects that you would have from eating 3 cups of peas or 3 cups of pumpkin seeds, right? So yeah, you're getting condensed protein, but you're also getting condensed other things that might cause more stomach issues. And I thought, oh yeah, Be Well with Kelly does have a plant-based option. And I can't, I would trust anything she makes, honestly, as far as quality goes. And I can't see which protein it is, which seed it is or not. Other ones that you can look at would be, I don't know why she doesn't have any information on her website for that. Like Orgain has one, they tend to have added ingredients in there. I don't love that, but it's an option. And honestly, most vegans will have added things in there because they just taste like dirt, right? Like most people aren't willingly eating dirt. And they do taste like dirt, if I'm being honest. So take that with a grain of salt. Now, I just gave you a lot of information. What do you do from that? I would stop eating them because they seem to be causing you misery. If you want something that's well mixable, look for an ISO whey. Maybe look for, I wonder if One Up, because One Up does have ISO whey. That's the one I use. I wonder if you can just order a sample to see if it works for you, or if you would actually have to buy the whole thing. Right. I don't know why I'm so yawny. Okay. I don't see just samples in here. I think you would have to order a whole thing, but One Up does have an ISO whey. And then if you were like, I don't want to take another chance at another whey protein powder because it's causing you misery, then just get the Be Well with Kelly beef isolate vanilla protein. As long as you're going to make it in your smoothies, then you'll be good to go. But this isn't a protein issue. This is probably just a protein powder issue that your body is reacting to. Okay. I hope that answers your question. I think that is the only question I got today. Let me just double check in our group chat to see if anything else is in there. I don't see anything. All right, my friends, that's all I have. If you are not on the Black Friday wait list, I'll put that um, in the group. So you have a chance to join that. That is for Mindfully Well enrollment. It is quite the deal this year. So if you are wanting to join Mindfully Well after Metabolism Revival, which I highly recommend, Metabolism Revival is really like a warm-up phase to kind of prepare your body for fat loss. And in Mindfully Well, we go into a full fat loss phase. You're also getting labs included in Mindfully Well with a Black Friday offer. You're also getting one-on-one coaching. So it's a really good deal this year. I will put that in the Metabolism Revival group chat. If you have any questions, please let me know. Once you sign up for the wait list, then you'll be notified when the Black Friday offer is available to purchase or to schedule a consultation with me. And that will be on November 18, but you won't know about it at all unless you are on the wait list. Okay. All right, my friends, have a great day. Bye-bye.